Hi, it's Paul from Hinge. Today in the gym we're training core. Not just your sexy six-pack, there's some deep muscles as well, which is the transverse abdominis. We've got the deep obliques. We're also training the spinal erectors, the external obliques, and your sexy six-pack. Let's go in the gym. Exercise number 1 will be the plank. The main benefit of this exercise is for training the transverse abdominis, or TVA, which is a deep, like it's a band of muscle that goes across the hips there, pulls everything in, makes you look nice and lean, and it protects your, the integrity of your spine. Sets wise, up to I'll do 3 sets of these, up to kind of a minute a set. Once you can do that comfortably, then I actually just do 1 set for as long as I can. Once you can do 3 minutes of a plank, it would then be time to progress onto like a harder exercise. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate. So we're trying to get the ankles, the hips, the shoulders, all in one line. So we're not here and we're not here. And the whole time you should have the feeling of drawing your belly button in towards your spine, which is what really activates the transverse abdominis. Done. Exercise number 2 will be the side plank. This time mainly to benefit the deep, the internal oblique muscles at the side there. Okay, so again, everything, all your joints are in a line. And if you look from the top, you don't want to be you don't want your bum sticking out and like kind of banana in. It should all be a nice straight line again. Up to 3 sets. 45 seconds is considered like relatively good. Once you can do that for 3 sets, I just go on to 1 set, and up to like a minute and a half would be considered really good. And then again, it will be time to progress onto a harder exercise. Exercise 3 will be for the posterior chain. So low back, kind of glutes, and little hamstring. Mainly we're trying to just balance the low back with the abs, so we don't walk around like a crazy monkey. So exercise 3, glute bridge. So pulling your feet in, palms up, relaxing on the floor with your shoulders and your head, and we're just going to use the glute muscles, and we're trying to get a straight line from knee through to the shoulder. Like I say, most of the tension should be in your glute muscles there. Again, 1, 2, 3 sets. Once you can hold that for 1 set for 3 minutes, it's time to then move on to a harder exercise. Exercise 4 will be for the lower abs. It will either be a knee raise or a leg raise. You can do this hanging from a chin-in bar. If you're lucky enough to have arm slings that you hang from the chin-in bar, you can do it in those. The easiest way to learn these exercises is in a captain's chair. If you have none of those, you could lay on the floor and just do leg raises, but these are a lot more beneficial. So if you're training in a gym with none of those, just come to our gym, Phoenix Gym, the best gym. And you can do all 3. So, grabbing there, pushing into the back. So it's either a knee raise, there, or if you're strong enough, leg raise is much better. For both the exercises, don't just lift your knee or your leg, you want to actually curl your pelvis underneath, which really engages the low abs. So not here, more there. Reps, 10 to 20 reps. Once you comfortably do 20 reps, again it will be time to progress to something harder. You can hold weight in your feet, or progress to something completely different. Again, 3 sets should be good. Exercise number 5 will be a side bend. So we're training the spinal, the lateral flexion function of the obliques this time. You can use a dumbbell, kettlebell as I am here. Okay, just keep it on a frontal plane, just You're going as deep as you can, and then up. Working one side at a time. Don't do as many people and have a weight in each hand, but it's kind of helping you to get up. So we do one side, finish that, and then go on to the other side. Like I say, you can use a weight. You can also use just a broomstick. And as you warm up, you'll probably find that you get quite a good stretch, okay, which will help your flexibility and more range of motion, better benefit on the muscle. You can do 3 sets if you want. I'd suggest higher reps because we don't want to make the obliques blocky. We want them smaller and so bring your waist in. So if you're doing sets, maybe 20, 30 reps. Sometimes I'll just do 1 set and I'll do 50. I'll do 100 just with a stick. And that be that one. Exercise number 6 will be the common or garden crunch. A lot of people when they do this, they kind of hinge from the hips. The back is flat and it can strain the lumbar spine. So actually the correct way to do it is to kind of roll yourself up. I kind of imagine rolling up a newspaper. So your head comes up, your shoulders, your upper back, your mid back, then your lower back, and then you reverse there. Again, 10 to 20 reps is good. Once you get strong enough, time to add a weight into the equation. Depending on your strength and your relative body weight, you may need to anchor your feet down. So I've got a beautiful glamorous assistant today. Get them to hold it at the ankle. If they push on the top of your foot, you can injure your ankle there. So they're pushing on the ankle joint. If you're going to have a weight, hold it close to your chest. And again, remember the curly whirly movement, for want of a better word. It's pointless to come up here because all the tension is off. So I just come up high enough, the tension is on, strong contraction, and there. If you've not got a beautiful glamorous assistant like me, you can use a barbell or something like that, but I'm lucky. Because I'm so good looking. Exercise number 7 will be the wood chop. If you're in a crappy gym, not as good as Phoenix Gym, and you can't do a wood chop, you might be relegated to these broomstick twists. These are rubbish in comparison with a wood chop. Okay, so hips want to stay facing forwards, but sideways to the cable, and you also want to stand backwards of the pulley. Okay, so then when you do the rep, the cable's not going to be chafing your arm off. Grab it with your lead hand. This hand is behind to help to push. And now keeping your hips square, we're going to rotate round to the front. We're going to look that way as well. Okay, so the waist is twisting, but the hips are staying square. Okay, there. Power it down, slowly up. I like to take about 2 seconds on the eccentric and then power. Okay, and so not only are we creating a sexy looking torso, but also if you're into like martial arts and things, you can generate power. Not just martial arts, but racket sports, throwing a stone, it does the same motion, the golf swing, whatever, we're creating power, so double benefit. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Done. The 8th and final exercise will be the back extension, to benefit the posterior chain. There'll be a bit of hamstrings, a lot of glutes, and a bit of the lumbar muscles there. You can just do a dorsal raise where you lay flat on the floor and do this. Again, if you're in a good gym, like Phoenix Gym Norwich, you'll have a 45-degree back extension unit, which is the best way to do it. So setting up, you want it far enough down that your hips are above. Turn your feet out 45 degrees, which will activate your glutes a lot stronger. Okay, and now hinge from the hip. You don't want to round the back. This time we want to actually hinge from the hip. So all the way down, and up so your body's in one straight line. If you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, or I'll shoot you with my banana gun.